Now that I've added my news block in, it's time for me to add a news article. Before I add my news article, I first need to take a look at my Manage News categories. I have a number of different categories available. I can make them inactive or I can adjust them. So I want to evaluate the way my categories are displayed at this time before adding in a news article. For example, press release is no longer appropriate to utilize, so I'm going to edit this category. I can actually make it inactive by selecting no, or I can adjust the title because special events is now more appropriate. I'm going to hit submit, and now I've added my special event category and adjusted and removed my press release category. So now that I've evaluated my categories first, I can now take a look at adding my news article in. I'm going to scroll down to my news block and I'm going to select Add News. My Add News allows for me to put my information in as appropriate. First of all, I give my article a title. I'm going to title this Test Article, and I'm going to put it into my Special Events category. I'm going to choose the date in which I want it to be displayed as it was published. I'm going to choose a back date of last Wednesday. Then I can add my summary in, but before I add my summary, I'm actually going to add in my content for my text. So I selected some content to put into play, and now I'm going to adjust that content. I can edit it just as I did in my text block editing, and I can put in hyperlinks as I feel appropriate. I'm going to remove my formatting, and then I'm going to select my first sentence or two, and I'm going to copy that and put that in my summary. And this is where I want to have my summary that's going to be enticing. Usually the first sentence or two is enough to entice people to read more about the article. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose whether or not I want this featured and whether I want this active or inactive. I'm going to have it as active, and I'm going to hit submit. What this does for me is it puts it into play. Because I've designated this block that I'm adding this article to show the most recent, no matter what the category, I now have my special event category in here. And I have my article displayed. There is my summary with the date in which it was published, and I can select for more information to see my article in full. Let's take a look at what that looks like. I can always edit my news item, or I can return back to the page I was on earlier. Now, I want to sign out because I want to show you that on the other pages, in the news page, my article has been published here as well. So there's my special events article, not only on my in the news page, but it's also on my test page. So as long as I've designated my block to show specific categories by the most recent, it will be pushed to those different pages.